Good afternoon, Good Shepherd. It is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. A lot coming up, reminders in some respects and some new stuff as well. Reminders that Sunday services are at 7:45 in the chapel and 10:30 in the sanctuary. The 10:30 service will be live streamed as well. And Sunday school begins at 10:20. So get your kiddos downstairs so that you can be upstairs ready to go at 10:30. Between the two services, between 7:45 and 10:30, we will continue our Faith Forum series, a 3 episode series on Anne Lamott's wonderful little book, Help, Thanks, Wow. Last week we talked about help, and recording for that was made, and the information was sent out on Monday. This week we'll be talking about thanks. And we'll be joined, although there's no expectation that she's leading the discussion, that's for sure. It's based on Anne Lamott's work. But we'll be joined by Karen Elson, parishioner who is also the national president of the United Thank Offering. So she has a lot of experience in thanks and or gratitude as an expression of our spirituality. But I suspect that there's a lot of thanks in terms of prayer as well. So I'll be happy to have her there to help with the conversation. And then, of course, the following Sunday, that being the 23rd, we will conclude our series with Wow. So look forward to seeing you there. As we've mentioned, the angel tree is up in the parish hall. And so if you go to the angel tree and see an angel sitting on a branch, take it with you and let it whisper in your ear what it would like you to do, and then bring those unwrapped gifts back to the church, and we will get them to Covenant Cupboard. They will take care of the distribution. We just need to get them here and then get them to Covenant Cupboard. Uh, the deadline for all of that is November 30th. It seems early, but Covenant Cupboard has to do their work, their magic with all of that stuff and get them ready to give to the folks who come there. Next Tuesday, that's the 18th of November, um, we will have a special opportunity for those who are interested and able to attend to learn about our AEDs at the defibrillator. I know I can talk, defibrillators, um, as well as some CPR training. This is not just for us at church. Once you are out in the world and you are in a place where somebody seems to be having problems, you can jump in with your experience. Um, and so the training will happen from 5 to 8:30 next Tuesday night. There's no charge. It's being conducted by a member of the Arapahoe Sheriff's Department. And all we ask is that you sign up so they know how many to prepare for. So that will be Tuesday night on the 18th of November, next Tuesday, from 5 to 8:30 in the parish hall. Over the last week, I ran into an article that I wanted to share with folks, and I'll put the link in the notes below. Um, and it's all about singing and music and the mental health benefits of music and singing. And since we've got a singing congregation, not everybody sings, and maybe they're embarrassed or something like that. It's a joyful noise that God wants from us, but also that joyful noise gives to us. And so I encourage you to read this article. I shared it with Connie Brandt. She thought it was wonderful, and so was very supportive of me sharing it. Doesn't mean that you need to join the choir. That's not the point. We just want you to engage in as much as possible in the music that we offer and that we invite you to participate with. We are at that time of the year when we are starting to look for vestry nominees. And so if you are interested in serving on the vestry, or if you can think of somebody who would be a great vestry person to help guide the thinking and governance of this church going through 2026 and beyond, we invite you to give those names to me or to Senior Warden Andy Folkerth or to the chair of the nominating committee, Randy Hubbard. And we will take it from there. So just let us know again if you're interested or if you can think of somebody who would be really good in this role. And there are a lot of people at Good Shepherd who would be good in this role. So encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity to suggest them. It's also, as you know, we are in stewardship season, and I would like to give you a little bit of an update. You'll see this in the e-news tomorrow as well. Right now, as of yesterday around noon, we are at a total of 69 pledges that have come in either online or with a card in the offering plate. And we are at about $366,000 towards our goal of $600,000. So we're doing well, both in the terms of pledges and in terms of the amount of the pledges. And we invite you, if you haven't, we encourage you, if you haven't already made that pledge, to do so. Again, either online or you can drop the card in the offering plate the next couple of weeks so that we can celebrate appropriately how we've done on the 23rd of November. So in a week and a half, we want to have a festive potluck coffee hour. And there will be more information about that coming out in the e-news the next week or so. And so it will be after the second service, festive festive coffee, coffee hour. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. To celebrate what we've done and where we are going in 2026. Again, the sooner we can get all of those pledges in, the sooner the Vestry and the Finance Committee can develop a really good budget for mission and ministry in 2026. And in the spirit of stewardship, I want to close with a stewardship video this time. This is Melissa Besfer, a member of the congregation, who agreed to provide a stewardship moment, but she couldn't do it on a Sunday morning. So I'm assuming that I can get all the technology working correctly and quickly. So hang on for that video.
Hi, my name is Melissa Besfer, and I was invited to speak briefly about why I chose Good Shepherd and why I believe it is important for me to share my time, talents, and treasure. My husband Ed and I joined Good Shepherd in the fall of 2021. Neither of us had ever been members of a church. We were not raised in homes where our families attended church, though some of our parents had been raised in families that went to church. It was pretty clear they did not enjoy it. Ed's dad passed away in 2014, and that got us thinking about joining a church. One of the places we visited was Good Shepherd, partly because Good Shepherd was close to our home, but also because one of Ed's grandmothers had been Episcopalian. We knew nothing about what was going on when we came to Good Shepherd. However, everyone here was very welcoming. I wasn't baptized, so I did not think it was appropriate for me to participate in the Eucharist, but people sitting near us said it was fine and showed me how to ask for a blessing. In the end, we did not join any church. Fast forward to COVID, and Ed was still receiving the weekly emails from Good Shepherd, and there were opportunities to virtually participate in Sunday service. We found the messages Father Gary shared in his sermons to be helpful and positive, sort of like reminders of how to be a good person. The environment at Good Shepherd still felt very welcoming, even though it was over 5 years later, and we decided to join. Sharing my time and talents with Good Shepherd is important to me for a couple of reasons. I appreciate the ministries and outreach at Good Shepherd as it gives me a way to help support my community. I work with Tammy Clark to organize the Good Shepherd Library, and part of the reason I volunteered to do that work is because my current job is a librarian. I have found that when everyone shares just a little, there is a combined benefit that is bigger than the sum of the individual contributions. Ed and I participate in the Stewardship campaign to provide financial support to Good Shepherd because I understand that money is required for the church to do things like maintain our building. I believe this is another area where my small contribution becomes exponentially greater when combined with everyone else's. Thank you for inviting me to speak and for listening to my story.